So just look straight towards me. Oh, you really are beautiful, you know that.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, now let's relax. Relax those wrists, I can see. There you go. Yeah, I can see your wrists were like a little tight. Beautiful. Okay, so when picking your location to shoot, what is really important for headshots is always get your model to look out. So at the moment, if you turn around, this is Rosie that's filming, we're actually got this amazing seascape here. But what we don't want the seascape because that's not going to help for her headshots because we want a very plain background. So instead, we shoot into a room or a building. Great things are garages, so standard open garage, and you just have the garage in the back. We're in the Bahamas, so we found this amazing room, and the model is looking out, so they're getting this beautiful, clean look on the lights hitting them. It's really even. Then we're shooting into a darker space, so it gives us that great contrast. In fact, I'm just gonna take a photograph here, so stand here for me, Lauren. Yeah, and then I'm gonna take a photograph this way, and I'm going to show you, this is with the same settings that I was on before, so she's pretty much going to be in silhouette. But if I set up my settings so that she's going to be exposed correctly, I'm going to show you the problems you're going to get. That image is going to come up on the screen now, I hope. So I'm actually going to have to go even further with this. And what you're going to see is the background is going to be completely blown out and white and useless, and she's going to look horrible. Not horrible, but it's not gonna look like it should actually look. Exactly. So always remember, you're looking into the light and you're shooting into somewhere dark. Now, something which is great, and we're gonna do a few shots here. If the sun is really high in the sky, it is today, but in no way do we have the sunlight hitting her. Always keep your model in the shade. So one way you can actually use a reflector to go like this, and you'll actually block out the light from her. Or another thing that we can do, so actually you can see with Lauren, it's fine today, but we're going to do a few shots to show you. There might be some shadows underneath the chin. That's completely normal. What you can do is actually ask the model to hold one of these. This is a reflector. It's just something shiny, essentially. You can buy them, they're really not very expensive. And you get them to hold this, and what you can do, I'm going to put my camera down, is you're going to say to them, you're going to hold the edges like this, and you're just going to hold it in underneath you. You know when you see those videos of people that are tanning? Exactly like that, but keep it down. There we go. So this is a big one, and what we don't want to do, this is the challenge here, is we're gonna have this in the model. So if you got an assistant, they would hold it, but my assistant today is filming this. So, but you're gonna see exactly, I'm just gonna take a couple of photographs. Let me reset my settings to the ones that we actually need. And you're gonna see that under the chin, brilliant. Beautiful. And actually would crop out your arms and you look great. Stunning, in fact. So what I'm also doing is I'm shooting directly at her eye level. What I don't want to do is be shooting up and down. A lot of people do that. It definitely gives a level of innocence, but with a headshot, I want to deliver just her. If I'm shooting low, it's like a hero shot, makes her look like a superhero. In fact, we are gonna shoot like that with her later on. And from above, makes her look a little like wafy, a little like, oh, blah, blah, blah. A headshot, we wanna give exactly who she is, because that's how she's gonna get hired. She's an amazing dancer and performer. You do musical theater and all sorts of stuff. She's great. I'll link in the description. Yes. Okay, so we're shooting headshots, and I'm using a 85mm today. My settings, so that you know, are f3.2. It's a 1.8 lens, but I don't want to shoot with the aperture wide open because I want to keep her eyes super sharp. Now, importantly, with headshots or portraits, the most important thing to shoot is the eyes. That's the only thing that you want to focus on. And if the model is slightly to the side, you always focus on the eye closest to the camera. Sometimes when you switch the model, when you switch their side, you need to make sure that you actually change your focus point so that you switch from the left eye to the right eye. So it's the closest one to the camera, because if you don't, the image is essentially unusable. Now, framing wise, could you just step in for me? So when we actually crop it, we're gonna crop off the top of the head here, here, and here, but that's not how we're gonna actually take the photograph. I wanna give myself a little bit of leeway around the outside in case I need to straighten it, or I can manipulate the image a little bit more if I do that. So don't actually photograph the size that you want, give yourself a little bit of movement. Because that's a mistake that a lot of people start out with. They look through the lens and you'll photograph, oh, this is my framing. then move back a little bit and give yourself a little bit of leeway. So also when shooting, it's important that you don't just keep clicking for the sake of it. You always wait for the model to change their expression. And usually, Lauren's amazing at this, she will change after a click. So I'll give a click and then she'll change. If it's a brand new model, it's good you can communicate with them. You say, great, and give me something else. Take a photograph and then, oh, try this, and try and get them to change their face slightly or their motion each time. Now this is a really great trick that we can always use, and you don't always use the photographs from it, but you can say to the model, okay, face this side, and then you're gonna turn their head back to me. So now I've got them to look to the side. Now, even if you want a straight on headshot, this is great to work with a model and talk to them like this, because it gets them to free up and be a little bit looser as they work. And then you can put them back into the position that you want. So right now we're doing standing headshots, which is really simple. They feel really, really comfortable, and it's always good for standing to look at their spine. It's easy for somebody to be like this when they're doing headshots, so always get them to open up their shoulders. We're shooting a dancer, so we don't have that problem today. Awesome, so twist slightly to the other side. Do you know which is your best side? No. No? Okay. That's no. No, that's not how it works. I was just, some people know, they're like, cool. No. Great, so twist your shoulders slightly, so face me here. Great, and then bring your eyes to me. There you go. You've done this before, many times, I'm sure. Great, oh, beautiful. I really like this. There it is. Okay, we're gonna do exactly the same. So face me over here, and then bring your eyes to me this way. Great. Okay, so we switched things up a little bit now. Now she's in a full-on commercial look. And this is what's really important, is taking care of wardrobe. A lot of the times as a photographer, you think, oh, well, they're just gonna show up and be fine. Fortunately, this girl knows exactly what she wants and how to do it. Rosie, who's recording now, is also kind of my head of wardrobe. So she's awesome at selecting things, but it is your job as a photographer to make sure, figure out what the purpose of the photos are, and also where they're going to be shown. So she wanted a real commercial look. So this here for commercial dance is absolutely perfect for right now. We're in 2016, and this is exactly what she needs. Still just a headshot, so we're only worried about here up, but so we've completely changed the look. And actually this time, I've switched out lenses for this one. This is the Nikon 105 f2.8. I often forget to get this one out, but it's actually probably my favorite lens for things. It's actually a macro lens, so you can get in super close to things, but we're gonna use it for headshots. The reason why it's so great is I can actually step further away from my model because the lens brings me in closer. It means that it's gonna crush the background even more, and you're gonna see with these photographs, the model is gonna look spectacular. And this lens is crazy sharp as well. It's amazing. Okay, so if I look a little hot and sweaty now, that's because we just took about a 45-minute break because I forgot this little thing here which controls my light. Don't do that when you shoot. So we've decided to switch it up a little and do some high fashion stuff. What we're doing now is we're shooting with an Elinchron RI 500 speed light, not a speed light, a mono light. Before when we did headshots, it was very relaxed and very not too many angles. Now it's the exact opposite. It's a step backwards towards the wall. Beautiful, I like that a lot. Scoot back a little bit for me. You're gonna be open, you're gonna be forwards, you're gonna be head down, just chin down just a little. Look at the lens. There it is. That's it. I'm gonna sort it out. Just gonna pull it back. So we wanna get all of your beautiful neckline. It's true. It's good. Yeah. Look at that. Brilliant. Oh. Ideally, I'd use a beauty dish for this. We are done. Awesome. You look amazing. Let's go to the rocks. So now we're done inside. We're going to go outside, and there's some awesome rocks, and this is where we're going to balance the flash against the sky. We set the camera up to expose for the sky, which is really bright, and that would make the model really dark, and then we add in the flash, which is going to light her up and make her look spectacular. It's going to be fun, but we're going to do all of this in about 10 minutes out there because it gets so hot. We have to make sure the model does not get sweaty.
I can't like him.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
Can't go on the rocks.
Oh, it says over there not to go on the rocks. Right here, there's no sign. Like, by the time you get back up there, we'll probably be done, and I mean that. Yeah, no worries. We'll do it real quick.
Hi, girls.
Great. Love it. And let's lift one arm higher on your side. Not quite that. Yeah, there it is. Oh, now that's the shoot done. It is hot. Oh. And the girls are gonna get food.